Point Lemaine's
Hello,
grand rail
KingslayerKoshy,
once
welcome back
brought
to
the riches of
Dust.
the
In the last
wild
part,
right to our doorstep.
didn't really do much. We only did the trial for Camp Dauncey for the Brusher's Pike.
Know how
This part we're going
Calamity
to take
became
on
the
Point
richest city in the
Lemaine.
world. 2 words. Point Lemaine.
Yep. And here we're going to get ourselves another
If
weapon.
the wilds could ever be tamed,
And one I'm not
it was gonna happen right
particularly
here.
fond of the ranged weapons. Yeah, spoiler, it's a ranged weapon, but it's not a particularly good one, I don't think. At least in my opinion, anyway. A lot of the later ranged weapons
The
you
Army's
get,
triggers
I
once
think
had the
aren't
place on
all that
lockdown.
useful. Because I don't know how to work them effectively. We'll get to it when we get to it, though, but as far as I'm concerned, they're not that good.
Kid might as well
Here we
pick
go,
up
the
where
Army
they left off.
Carbine.
Blam! Just
I don't
like
like
the
this
fighting
weapon.
days. Gun like that can even put the
It
wilds in
takes
check.
forever to get the shot lined up. And yeah, it does a lot of damage, but it takes forever to get one shot lined up. So I find myself not really this isn't a really reliable weapon for me to go back to rely on.
Point Lemaine
Doesn't
seen
help
better
that
days for sure.
I'm stuck with nothing
But it ain't done.
ranged weapons. I think it'd be a good thing, but as you can see, that Mender's Meat is starting to kick in. And also we have another type of pin cushion, which is a light blue one that shoots rapidly, and
the grand rail of Point
it has
Lemaine.
this sort of
Not
sprint
only is
shot
it still
feel,
there, it still works.
where unlike the regular light blue pin
Of course,
cushions,
it's no longer shipping hides and alloys and spices.
they have this sort of
But
sprint
they give the kid a lift.
and I have practically
Just as long as he can stay clear of the trouble on the tracks.
Yeah, I think I have the worst ranged weapon, common ranged weapon set available to me right now. Because I'm using dueling pistols and an army carbine, neither of which are good for crowd control.
The grand
Oh, yeah,
rails
this place is
all
auto-scrolling,
grown over
so
things
you're gonna
that
wanna
Calamity
just
shoot up and spat out. Things eager to take back their turf.
make a move. And unfortunately, you can't break free if they catch you. If you're unfortunately equipped with ranged weapons like I am, you won't be able to escape.
Kid lets a few of them slip by. Lunkheads settled in like they own the place.
I'm trying desperately to kill lunkheads. The lunkhead here. And I'm doing a decent job. I mean, like I said, it's not entirely impossible because the dueling pistols, A, are upgraded, and B, they're a ranged weapon I prefer to have. And now we got another one, the green flowers that will just
Takes
shoot
fancy
it
footwork
randomly.
on the rail. What with wallflowers coughing fungus everywhere.
Wallflowers.
Only one way to cure a cough like that.
here to get yourself some bonus. Gems and a potion, but
not much wiggle room up there near the rail.
It's like nothing happened. It doesn't help that this weapon isn't even upgraded. That's one real pain in the ass. Because there is an arsenal up ahead, but it's ways into the level. And oh god, frame rate. Oh god, frame rate. Okay, looks.
Place used to be closed off, but now it's split open like a rotten pineapple.
It's a lot of slowdown, but well, it's not the worst that it's been.
Of course, the Grand Rails see much more fighting in bygone times. Near 50 years ago, first shots fired in the Ura.
Now I decided to just show off the carbine just for the sake of showing why I don't like it. Because after this, and the challenge, you'll never see this army carbine again.
It was right here that Zolf's Ura forefathers decided to mix it up.
Also, I hate the army carbine. I guess because there's nothing else to talk about. I'm trying to think if there's anything worth noting. Because so far, recording the project has been going pretty smoothly, actually. I think I've managed to record a little bit over half the parts
get their sign off
playthrough, so I have a lot of footage ready.
That was bad.
And yeah, with every level, I guess I should note, with every level they do force you to use a weapon that you don't like. Like, even if you don't like it, just so you get a feel for it, which I guess is interesting enough. It's just an interesting concept because it kind of gives you this sort of
the rail must have shook the Ura to the bone down in those dens of theirs.
Like I said, these weapons are unique. There's a lot of unique weapons.
Well, the rail won't last much longer now that the kid took the shard.
Players find unique
it's still got one good run in store for
unique to them.
All the rotten wood there on the rail.
I think it's the final stretch of the
central
level, so just there'll be a lot of stinkweeds and a lot of these plants hanging around. So all you gotta do is just
side to side
try and survive. Although unfortunately, there's a lot of peckers
registered army carbine.
Now you're, as you can see, peckers now at this point in time are starting to give me a really hard time because they do. You wouldn't think they give me such a hard time because they're not too hard to kill, but because they come in such a large quantity, they do so much damage in such a short amount of time because there's so many of them. It's obnoxious. Significant I can also talk about. Well, in terms of games, there hasn't really been anything spectacular going on. I don't have any of the next gen consoles.
You'll be picking swamp weed out of those.
In terms of games like Bastion or games I bought, the only real thing that's worth noting, I guess, is I bought Dragon Quest 4. I have it for 3DS.
Turns out he's got company up at the rail station, waiting for him.
Oh yeah, I also went, speaking of, I guess, interesting events, I think it was Thursday the 15th, I went to actually see the screening of Digimon Adventures Try, and I finally got to hear the English dub for the series, for the very first, I guess, season, and it was really good, actually, and the more I look at Digimon now, the more I start to realize how much better it is in comparison to Pokemon. Because if you asked me back then, in comparison to Pokemon and Digimon, I would have said Pokemon right away. But because of what's happened, like the very first time I was re-exposed to Digimon was during my high school years, and was then when I realized just how deep the story was in comparison to Pokemon.
Not just another wallflower.
It's pretty good, and it's nice to see that the series has some.
At first, he thinks it's so.
Sparks of interest back in America.
Turns out he's
which is
wrong.
Something nice.
This is for you, says the man. Then wham!
This is for you.
When the kid comes to, the man's long
and
gone.
Some stranger
and
comes
something
in,
else is there.
gives me a letter and beats the crap out of me. Yeah, thanks. And it's addressed to Zia.
The only words kid recognizes on that parchment are for Zia. Well, what's the kid to do?
Good.
He took the shard, he took the hit, and he took that note.
Well, anyways, yeah, I saw the screening down in King of Prussia with my friend
That
Max.
note cuts straight to the heart of things, don't it?
It was pretty good.
It ain't too late to unlock the potential of this place.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else, because right now it's been pretty slow as of late in terms of
Seems
personal.
the gods recommended this place to all their
there's
friends.
not too much. Okay, here we go. New idols.
Garments.
Okay, here's where the bullshit
Last thing the
starts
gods are
coming.
gonna do is make our lives easier.
Garmouth is one of the idols where I'd say the bullshit starts to come in full.
The slingers. The wilds, what they're calling.
That idol is obnoxious because basically what it is
they moved in
you
shadows,
can hit it, but sometimes, but it won't count. Sometimes, so yeah.
It wasn't fixed. It was unbroken.
And more gods. Although Udrig and Lemaine, I think, are not terrible.
Udrig. Lemaine.
Although now I've run into the obnoxious bug of here, I touch an enemy and it somehow does damage to me even though it does absolutely nothing.
Finding gourmet ingredients ain't easy these days, but we'll take what we can get.
Crockpot. I mean, crockpot. I mean, stockpot.
The note says it plain. Zia, go east to learn the truth about the Calamity and our people. I'll be waiting. Sincerely,
this can't be good.
Zolf's messenger was one of his people. Wonder just how many of them survived, and what exactly Zolf told him.
Anyways, now with the crackpot, we now have access to another one of the who knows where dreams.
Sometimes
and this time we're going to be exploring Zia's story.
That's what the carbine's for.
Figuring out what's
Kid
up with
arrives
her
just in time to
and how the Calamity affected her and her backstory, essentially.
You wolfs down too much too fast, and it all goes to
And this is
head.
the first attempt. And I attempt to actually try to finish this, only to realize... Yeah, I think I goof up. Yeah, I think I just stop here. I'm trying to remember if I actually go and attempt this. Oh no, I'm trying to upgrade my gear first before I go back. Honestly, though,
That's
I
the
think,
way to make every
yeah,
shot
the army
count.
carbine I don't think is that good. You're better off using
the army never
the dual
issued
pistols, or better
carbines in
yet,
such
just use the
fine
scrap
shape.
musket.
It's no longer a
There'll
weapon.
be better
It's a
investments
precision
in the long
instrument.
run when you get to later in the game. Otherwise, just don't waste your time. Anyways, that'll be all for right now. The next part, I think I'm gonna actually next part, I think we're just gonna be exploring more. So,
The
see
shards
you
are
guys
getting
then.
harder to find.